Yeah, there's not going to be marriage in heaven. Mormons teach that, but as Christians, we do not believe that there will be marriage in heaven. And Jesus is trying to say that, like we will be like the angels that are neither married nor given in marriage. Now, some people might want to say that's not enough evidence to prove that that's not the case, but the marriage in heaven is going to be between Jesus as the great groomsman and the bride of Christ. That's the marriage. But just to resonate with you, John, on an emotional level, I feel the punch of that. When I am experiencing bliss in my marriage, which is not every day, we know what it's like to have plenty of intense fellowship. But when we are enjoying marital bliss, it's hard to imagine, wow, so you're not going to be my wife in heaven. Mm-hmm. I remember one day I was driving to work and there was this song on the Christian radio, and I don't know what was going on. It kind of made me a little bit weepy, and I got uncomfortable with the emotion that was kind of coming up. And then I turned it over, and another song came on, and I found myself being really jacked up emotionally that day. Like I was on the sensitive side, and I don't like that feeling. I wanted to keep my composure. And it was that song about a man who was married to a girl, and it talks about when they get together and they connect when they're young, and then after the date, he's walking her home, and you fast forward, and the nurses realize, you know what, she's about to pass away. Should we call him? And they go into the room where she is, and then the song goes, he was walking her home. He's walking her home to heaven. And I found myself in the car. I'm wailing. I can't even see. I pull over to the side of the road and I call up my wife, and she answers. And all I could say was, he was walking her home. And she's like, what's going on? What's wrong? Honey, is everything okay? And I started to tell her what's happening to me. I was like, oh man, the song's about this. And I just started thinking about losing you and then having to walk you home someday. And then, I want to die first, but if you die first. And then all of a sudden she connects with me, and you could just feel her arms reaching through the phone. Oh, baby, I love you so much, right? And we're just having this moment, right? Now, there's probably days where it won't be hard for her to picture walking me home one bit, like get him to the other side. But we know what it's like when you have those sweet marital moments of losing the thought of what's that going to be like. And all we can do is like the other things. What about, how are we going to be able to be up in heaven knowing people are going to be in hell? How are we going to be up in heaven knowing that our wife's not going to be our spouse? Mm-hmm. Well, I think we just have to trust God and His grace in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.